Air pollution is the contamination of air due to the presence of substances in the atmosphere. These substances are harmful to the health of humans, animals, and other living organisms. There are many different types of air pollutants, such as gases, particulates, and biological molecules. Air pollution can also cause harm to other living organisms such as animals and food crops, and can damage both the natural and built environment. Air pollution is made by both human activities and natural phenomena. Natural air pollution comes from things like volcanic eruptions and particulate matter from dust storms. There are many different sources and contributors to air pollution. Human activities are contributing the most to air pollution. Humans are consistently producing the most environmentally damaging pollutants. There are four main sources of air pollution: mobile sources, stationary sources, area sources, natural sources. Mobile sources of air pollution: aviation. Aviation is a major source of mobile air pollution, leading to significant public health impacts. Jet emissions can cause cancer, lymphoma, leukemia, asthma, and birth defects. Airplanes burn fossil fuel, which not only releases CO2 emissions but also nitrogen oxides. Highly carcinogenic benzopyrene, a byproduct of jet fuel combustion, can cause cancer and tumors in humans. Benzopyrene is deposited into the atmosphere by airplanes. Mobile sources of air pollution: locomotives. Trains are another mobile source of air pollution. Whilst electric trains are typically emission-free, diesel-powered trains generate a host of air pollutants harmful to life. Diesel-powered trains produce particulate matter and oxides of nitrogen, which contributes to the production of ground-level ozone, smog, and acid rain, as well as many other hazardous air pollutants. Researchers found that on-train concentrations of nitrogen dioxide can reach up to 13 times higher than those next to major roads, with peaks occurring most frequently when trains are in tunnels or idling in stations. Mobile sources of air pollution: cars, trucks, motorcycles. The effects of car pollution are widespread, affecting air, soil, and water. Car engines produce nitrous oxide. This contributes to the depletion of the ozone layer, the Earth's shield from harmful ultraviolet radiation of the sun. Sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxide mix with rainwater to create acid rain, which damages crops, forests, and other vegetation and buildings. Oil and fuel spills seep into soil, which contaminates lakes, rivers, and wetlands. Car engines emit high levels of particulate matter. These are airborne particles of soot and metal. These very fine particles lodge deep in lungs, where they cause respiratory and nervous system damage. Hydrocarbons released from combustion engines react with nitrogen dioxide and sunlight and form ozone, which is beneficial in the upper atmosphere but harmful at ground level. Ozone inflames lungs, causing chest pains and making it difficult to breathe. Carbon monoxide is another exhaust gas that is dangerous to humans because it interferes with the blood's ability to transport oxygen. Cars, trucks, and other forms of transportation are the single largest contributor to air pollution in the United States. Mobile sources of air pollution: global shipping. Shipping is responsible for over 1/10 of all transport CO2 emissions and is a major source of air pollution. Ships emit gases such as nitrogen oxides, carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, but also soot and particulate matter. This has an impact on health, the environment, and the climate. The one thing that all mobile air pollution sources have in common is fossil fuel combustion engines. The 6 products of combustion are carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen oxides, lead, and particulate matter. When combined, these substances are dangerous to all living organisms. Stationary sources of air pollution: power plant, power stations. Despite their vital role in electrical energy production, like most industrial facilities, power plants release waste gases and other environmental pollutants. There are regulations for the maximum levels of emissions allowed by a power generating plant. However, this doesn't mean power stations are not significantly contributing to air pollution. The main substances causing power plant air pollution can be categorized into mercury metal compounds, non-mercury metals, toxic gases, and particulate air contaminants. These combined chemical compounds pose significant long-term health risks to exposed people. The types of air pollution caused by power plants are mercury, acid gases, sulfur dioxide, arsenic, nickel, chromium, nitrogen oxides, NOx, soot, VOCs, CO2 and particulate matter. Stationary sources of air pollution: oil refinery, onshore and offshore. The various sources of air pollution encountered in refineries are from exhaust emissions from engines, generators, gas compressors and pump engines, and processes of evaporation of crude oil vapors from oil pits. Oil refineries discharge natural gas directly to the atmosphere during production testing. Burning of oil from treatment plants, burning of gas and wastewater from flare pits into the air directly are the causes of air pollution at oil refineries. Oxidation of different sources, and discharge of associated low-pressure gas directly into the atmosphere, are not just adding to air pollution, but have also been linked to global warming. The common pollutants generated from oil refinery are nitrogen dioxide, sulfur dioxide, particulate matter, PM1, PM10, PM2.5, volatile organic compounds, and BTX compounds. Stationary sources of air pollution: industrial and factories. Many industries like chemical plants, steel, fertilizer, sugar and cement manufacturing emit a large number of pollutants like sulfur and nitrogen, lead particles and chlorofluorocarbons directly into the atmosphere. For example, the numerous coal-burning industries contain sulfur dioxide, which causes acid rain. In addition, many industries produce chemicals, some of which escape into the atmosphere causing air pollution. Industrial pollution has been responsible for the contamination of water, air and the natural environment. Moreover, it has affected the health of people. Industrial toxic waste is responsible for diseases like cancer. Area sources of air pollution: cities. Most cities have polluted air, but the type of pollution varies from place to place. Generally, nearly 70% of particulate matter in cities is from heating of buildings, construction and traffic. Burning fuels is a major cause. Half of deadly PM2.5 toxins generated in cities and large towns come from sources such as wood-burning stoves and coal fires. A greater contributor to air pollution than traffic. The mix of pollutants that cities has to offer is the perfect breeding ground to produce photochemical smog. Photochemical smog is produced when sunlight reacts with nitrogen oxide and at least one volatile organic compound in the atmosphere. Nitrogen oxides come from car exhaust, power plants, and factory emissions. Area sources of air pollution: agriculture. One of the most dangerous chemicals released during agricultural activities is ammonia. Insecticides, pesticides, and fertilizers pollute the atmosphere by releasing toxic chemicals. Ammonia blows in over cities, reacts with emissions of oxides of nitrogen and sulfur from traffic and industry, and leads to the formation of so-called secondary particles. Agricultural burning is another contributor of air pollution. Agricultural burning is the intentional use of fire, for vegetation management, in areas such as fields, rangelands, and forests. Agricultural burning helps farmers remove crop residues left in the field after harvesting. This practice produces large amounts of the particle pollutant black carbon and reduces the fertility of soil. Many farmers are aware of the consequences but lack the tools and knowledge to adopt alternative practices. Area sources of air pollution: wood-burning fireplaces. Wood-burning is a popular method of heating homes in cooler countries. Wood-burning stoves in UK homes produces more small particle pollution than all UK roads. Particle pollution from stoves can cause early deaths. These toxins can enter the bloodstream and be transported around the body, lodging in the heart, brain, and other organs. Now we move on to our final source of air pollution. These are the sources of air pollution we must respect, as we cannot do anything about them. These were here before us and will be here long after we are gone. These are the phenomena. Natural air pollution. Whilst ozone in the stratosphere is protective, ozone that forms at ground level is harmful to human health. Ozone is a pollutant that is a photochemical and is formed near ground level. It is the result of chemical reactions taking place through sunlight. Nitrogen oxides are released naturally from lightning strikes. It is estimated that 90 million tons of nitrogen oxides are released each year. The United Nations Environment Programme has estimated that 288 million tons of sulfur dioxide is released naturally every year. The biggest natural global contributor of sulfur dioxide is through the eruption of volcanoes. The largest man-made emissions hotspot in the world is the Norilsk smelter in Russia. Naturally emitted VOCs, isoprene and pollen, are both significant triggers for asthma and other allergic reactions within humans and animals. Most VOCs are human-made chemicals. This group of chemicals not only contribute to air pollution, but they are also increasingly being found in drinking water, which can cause a range of health effects, including cancer. While most harmful particulate matter is man-made, there are natural sources such as dust storms that cause serious problems to humans, animals, and plants. These sources account for intense amounts of particulate matter pollution that occur over a short period of time. Dust storms move particles for thousands of miles. Wildfires magnify air pollution. Wildfires increase ground heat. When this heat increase is combined with smoke and sunlight, it creates ground-level ozone. Simultaneous exposure to ozone, smoke and fine particulate matter is deadly to all life. The 6 main sources of natural air pollution: sulfur dioxide, volcanoes; nitrogen oxides, lightning; ozone, sunlight and pollutants; particulate matter, dust storms; volatile organic compounds, pollens and isoprene. Many people are concerned about the pollution in the air that they breathe. Air pollution can cause both short-term and long-term effects on health. Every year, air pollution is responsible for over 7 million deaths. As we have learned today, there are some air pollutants we cannot do anything about, such as natural sources and pollutants from volcanoes and dust storms. However, man-made air pollution, which is the worst kind. Together, if we take the right steps, we can get a grip on air pollution and reduce global deaths significantly. It's not down to us to tell you how to reduce air pollution or how to live your life. Our goal here at View My Air is to offer an education into air pollution, its sources and effects on all living life. We hope you enjoyed our educational video and now have a better knowledge of air pollution. Thanks and see you next time.